Beach.
Now I know what you're looking forward to from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Go and spill it.
Venom?
Well,
It still talks, but
yeah, I do look forward to Venom if they do that one. But Avengers Infinity Wars.
yeah, I've been waiting for that. I'm still looking for a trailer for it.
They showed the trailer at Comic-Con, and I've watched it. I mean, somebody had the decency to record it for us, and I mean it's kind of shoddy and a little small, but from what I've seen, it looks amazing. So I'm excited for that. I can't wait to see what all happens in that. With Thanos coming in, having the Infinity Stones, and the Gauntlet and shit, and that's gonna be awesome. And just saying all the Avengers and Spider-Man and the Guardians and everybody just teaming up. There's gonna be a lot of shit going on in that one. And he thought the first two Avengers movies had a lot of characters. Infinity Wars Part 1 is like, it's gonna be like massive. Again, hell, go on, make it 4 hours. I don't give a damn. I'll watch it. Black Panther trailer looks awesome.
Yeah.
Look forward to that. And then they showed Captain Marvel. They're doing the Captain Marvel movie. Of course, she's showing up in Infinity Wars. In kind of the later costume. So, when they said that they're going to do the Captain Marvel movie, the standalone film, set in the 80s, or maybe it's set in the 90s. I was thinking, oh, so that's going to be the older costume. Well, I'll look forward to seeing that too. And Thor Ragnarok, that,
Looks pretty good.
yeah.
Surprising that Hulk's in it too.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that Battle of the Hulk where he's just like, hey, I know him. And now Hulk can speak. He's learned a little bit of, he talks like a 2-year-old.
Sorry, Thor is going to get his ass whooped by Hulk.
Again.
A little bit.
And I would think at the end of Thor Ragnarok would probably be where in the trailer for Infinity Wars, you see the Guardians flying through space and Thor just hits their windshield and Rocket Raccoon's like, get it off! And they put him into the ship and it's, Thor, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. Thor's on the ship with the Guardians. So I would think at the end of Ragnarok he's going to be thrust into space or lost somewhere, just floating around, and then just hit the Guardian spaceship. Which I can't get out of my head. I want to see another Howard the Duck movie, damn it.
Yeah.
They teased it at the after credit scene in the first Guardians of the Galaxy, Howard the Duck, and I was like, oh, I love Howard the Duck, man. Like, and you know how I feel about remakes and shit, but I mean, you gotta think the one that come out in the '80s, where it was just kind of awkward with Howard the Duck, kind of about to score with Marty McFly's mom. I mean, you've got a human girl, and then you've got Howard, and they're like, oh, and he's rubbing on him, his little feathers stick up, and he got a little horny. It was kind of an awkward scene, man, but it's still such a great movie. I mean, it was a Lucasfilm too, so.
Alright.
But, it's been a long time ago. It wasn't really made to be like a comic book movie. It was kind of based on the comics, and it was a George Lucas film, but even back then, I wasn't aware that Howard the Duck was even in the Marvel comics.
Yeah.
Until, I got older. But, and Howard at the end of Guardians was a little bit of an asshole, kind of the way he was in the comics. Like, I want to see a new Howard the Duck. Bring it back.
Yeah.
Just like I think they should do more Blades. Blade's a Marvel character, and he's been a part of the Avengers at some point in time. Same as Ghost Rider and Daredevil and all of them. So, I'd like to see just a, full-length 24-hour movie, just Marvel characters just going at it. Speaking of Daredevil, season 3 coming out. I know you watched the Marvel shows, or at least you've watched Daredevil.
I've seen the first season. Started on the second.
You hadn't seen the second season?
I
All of
haven't
it yet?
finished it yet.
That's pretty awesome. Bringing in the Punisher.
Yeah, that's what I was looking forward to. Don't spoil anything for me, so I might eventually start watching it.
Well, you got the Punisher series coming out.
Yeah.
So just full on Punisher. And you know, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, and Luke Cage are coming back for another season. I haven't watched any of those yet. I've seen a little bit of Luke Cage.
I did too. I've seen the first episode.
I haven't seen Jessica Jones or Iron Fist yet. I need to watch them because The Defenders comes out this month, I think. Or no, it come out the end of July. So I gotta watch these other shows before I can even watch the fucking Defenders.
Yeah.
The Inhumans is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
That should be awesome. And The Gifted. Did you watch the trailer for that?
I think I watched it.
Where it's Magneto's daughter, Polaris, and
yeah, I've seen
all those other mutants. Which I guess is sometime after most of these other X-Men movies, because they're like, we don't even know if the X-Men exist anymore, things like that. It looked like a pretty awesome show.
Yeah.
Speaking of X-Men, Phoenix, the next movie, Phoenix. X-Men Phoenix. Get to see Jean Grey go dark on some motherfuckers and destroy some shit. I mean, she is like one of the most powerful mutants, right?
Yeah, she is all time.
Like more powerful than Xavier and Magneto combined.
Especially when she goes dark. She just murks.
The Mark of the Mouth coming back for Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
That should be awesome.
Yeah.
And like you said, Domino gonna be in this one.
Cable.
My mind went blank there. Josh Brolin playing Cable.
Yeah, she was pretty badass.
It does. I mean, he looked just like Cable in the picture I've seen. Maybe not as big as Cable, but
It's from the X-Men cartoons. It's pretty big back then.
Alright, we know the disaster that the last Fantastic Four movie was.
I didn't even watch it.
I didn't watch it either. In the very first episode of Life's a Beach, I said I was not going to watch the Fantastic Four reboot, and I still haven't. And that came out in 2015. I don't care nothing about watching it. It just looks stupid to me. I like the first two Fantastic Four movies with Jessica Alba, and of course they can't go back and do that because Johnny Storm is now Captain America.
Yeah.
But, where they bombed so badly, like I said they would, with the new Fantastic Four, they decided, we'll probably just go back and reboot it again. I think they should just give it, I said they should just give it back to Marvel and Disney. Well, now, they had a deadline, basically, where if they didn't put out a new Fantastic Four movie, or a good Fantastic Four movie in a certain amount of time, it reverts back to Marvel and Disney. Which, I was like, come on, Fox, do not do anything with Fantastic Four, just let it go back. And then give X-Men back. Like Sony did with Spider-Man. Just, we can have them all together in one movie. Avengers and X-Men and all that. So they've decided they couldn't come up with a Fantastic Four movie, so they're doing Doctor Doom. How can you do a Doctor Doom movie without the Fantastic Four? He's with the Fantastic Four when he becomes Doctor Doom, so
I don't know. That's a mind fuck.
I'm basically just looking forward to another fail and give it back to Marvel and Disney so we can get some good Fantastic Four movies. I think they would probably even be better than the original two. Which were obviously better than the 1990s version that I don't even remember. I just know it was there. I don't know how I feel about the dude. Because I love Doctor Doom. He's one of my favorite villains. But can they really...
He is badass.
Like, I'll give it to Fox. They do really well with the X-Men movies. not so well with Fantastic Four.
We'll see. I mean, it's probably going to be doomed.
That is an excellent way to put it. It will be doomed. It will be Von doomed. Oh, one of the things I forgot, not really part of the comics from the Comic-Con thing, but the new Star Trek series, Discovery. Star Trek Discovery. 10 years before Captain Kirk goes out on the Starship Enterprise in his 5-year mission. It's 10 years before that, and like, you know, before that we had Enterprise, the prequel series to the 60s series, but it was like a long time before Captain Kirk. This one's just 10 years, so I would think maybe see a young Captain Kirk in here somewhere.
Maybe.
Might be interesting. I mean, it looked interesting, but yeah, I guess that's gonna do it for this show. Kind of talking about things from San Diego Comic-Con, of course, Marvel, DC, movies, television, a little bit of Star Trek in there, whatever. Of course, if you want to hear the full uncut episode of this, you can listen to our podcast, Life's a Beach podcast. So, I guess that's going to do it for us in this episode of Life's a Beach. So, for Donald Raymer and myself, we wish you happy whatever.
Life's a beach.
Are you leaving? I was just gonna sit here and talk for a minute.